And so there's people out there that naturally get scared of that, thinking that, you know, the chance of actually, as if, you know, you're selling the property and it could, the bank can actually come after you, right?
That happened to me.
It did happen to you.
Yeah, it happened to me 5 years ago, in 2018.
I was going to say that never happens.
Yeah.
But with the random 1% chance that it does, which bank was it? And
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
Okay.
A duplex that I still own today.
Shout out to Wells Fargo. What's happening?
But it wasn't what you think. Like the bank didn't look up. I'm like, oh shit, like the thing got transferred over. No, the owner raised his hand and called the bank.
Oh,
so yeah,
mess up the whole playbook.
Man, like I remember like yesterday, my assistant Stacy, she was like, Antonio, you got a letter from Wells Fargo. I'm like, I was like, what is this? She's like, I was like, open it, and she scanned it to me, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So
what happened?
The loan got called due. So it was a duplex, and it wasn't.
Is that what the case was? You had to pay off.
So I'm gonna tell you a story because I feel like this is a very important,
it's so important,
worst case scenario story that people. I like to share the dark stuff. It's not all glitz and glamour.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's good.
I never knew anybody that got the loan card.
Ever. You're the first one, bro.
I'm calling my mentors, been in the game 20 years, 30 years. Like, I never got my loan card due, Antonio. I called an attorney.
Yeah.
So I called the attorney that actually originally closed that deal. This was in Virginia.
Okay.
It's a duplex in Virginia, and I still own it.
Okay.
I still have it subject to, by the way.
It's a good sound.
To let you know that I got around it. So the owner, when I closed the deal 5.5 years ago, he called the bank to cancel the insurance.
Okay.
So he sold it to me, and he was like, I sold the property. Can you cancel the insurance? And it was like, the loan is still in your name. We still see this loan in your name, Mr. Mungo. Like, he was like, oh, no, I sold it. Look, here's the settlement statement. He was sending them like,
send them documentation.
He was sending them receipts, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they was like, oh shit. So they saw that. They saw the trend. They saw the settlement statement.
Yeah. They don't have a choice.
They looked on tax record.
Yeah.
Saw that the deed was transferred, but the loan's still in his name.
Yeah.
So they saw my mailing address and all of that stuff.
Okay.
They sent it to my office and sent me the letter. So I had three options. I had to pay it off in full.
Okay.
I had to deed it back over to Mr. Mungo, the original owner, or I think it was a refi, or do an assumption with them or something. It was three options. So I called the attorney that originally closed, and I was like, damn, what do I do? I was kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
I was like, worst case, I can borrow private money.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. The loan was like 4-point-something%, 4-ish%. And I was like,
what was the balance at the time?
Oh,
yeah.
59,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Okay.
But still, I wanted to keep that.
Yeah.
I don't have private money access at 4-point-something%.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually 10 to 12%.
Yes.
Usually 12, actually.
Yes.
So I would have really refied out to 12% money.
Yeah.
You know,
which nobody wants that.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I was still freaking out because it was like the principle to me. I'm like, this loan got called due. So I ended up calling the attorney, and
you didn't know anybody else. Like, I don't know anybody else. You're the first one, so I'm glad to have you on to get this.
This is something like this could happen. Especially all these people that are buying subject to all of a sudden these last few years. This could happen.
Soak this up just in case.
So I got the letter, and I called the attorney, and I always put my subject twos in land trust, by the way.
Okay.
Always.
Why is that?
Good. So just in case, just say his last name is Mungo.
Okay.
All right. So I put it in Mungo Family Land Trust. So if the bank looks on tax record,
they won't know.
I'm like, oh man, it's still Mr. Mungo here. Just you put it is his family.
Just a transfer. Yeah.
It's his land. He put it in his trust. But I'm behind the scenes. My company is a beneficiary, and I appoint a trustee to sign off the behalf of the land trust.
That's very savage.
So
That's very savage.
It's a legal savage play.
Yeah. Of course. That's good.
Yeah. So I put it in land trust, and so what I did, my attorney was like, Antonio, so why won't you deed it back over to Mr. Mungo? And I remember cutting him off. I was like, I don't want to deed it back over to the owner. Like, what if he decides to keep it? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, but instantly he's gonna come in. You're gonna deed it back over to him. But we're gonna do a silent deed back over to you with you to POA. But we're not gonna report that deed to public record when he signs over back to you.
I didn't know you could do it.
So when he did, it's like a pocket deed. What they call it, a sound deed or pocket deed. So we signed it back to Mr. Mungo. Came back to the same closing attorney, right? Signed it back to him. They recorded his name back to the public record.
Sure.
he went back to the bank and said, "Hey, I own this property."
Yeah.
But the time that he signed over, he signed it back over to me. It was like he signed this and then he signed it.
He
back
signs
over to
another
me,
one. Yeah.
and with a POA.
Yeah.
But that was in the escrow pocket deed.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I still have control.
Yeah. Yeah.
He signed that I basically still have full interest or full ownership of this, but they didn't record that yet.
So basically nothing changed at this point. It was just that scare at the time make you have to jump through a couple more hoops of signing a couple more documents. I'm sure more additional closing costs or something.
Yeah, that was a few $100. Yeah.
Is what it is.
It was we did a deed of gift.
Okay.
Yeah, deed of gift back to him to record from the land trust I originally had it in, Mongo Family Land Trust.
Yeah.
To his first and last name. He sent that proof to them like, "Hey, I own this property again."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they said, "Okay, boom. Wash the hands." And then like months later, I think it was like 2 months later, they used that pocket deed that I originally owned it.
Sure.
Put it back to my land trust.